type of guns. I mean, we all in the sheriff's office expect anyone call we go on, you got a gun? You're going to that's just the way it is. And that's your right. And I can tell you that in my career, I have had numerous people, when I'm out there by myself on a hot, high-risk call, and there are shots fired, I've had citizens show up and say, hey, I'm so-and-so and I got a gun. I'm like, thank you. You know, that's kind of nice to have. Yeah,
I'm a little concerned because of what my background is and what I know. That if anything is banned or the government tries to confiscate, it'll be the type of stuff I own. I don't know what I know.
Well, I don't know what all you got, but I know what I got. It's probably the same thing you got.
Well, back when I got it, the only person that was able to sign was Bob Ford.
Okay.
So now you know.
Okay.
If they say they're going to confiscate my type of stuff,
Right.
what kind of protections do I have? I mean,
Well, I think the biggest thing we all have. The biggest thing we
they're
all
going to come
have.
and knocking on my door because I'm not going to go hunting with it.
No, I
My guns
understand.
aren't for hunting.
And there's a lot of people in your shoes, including myself. And what we have is our Constitution and our Second Amendment. And the other thing that our forefathers were so brilliant at, so incredibly looking to the future, is the separation of government. The separation of powers. That's amazing they thought of that. So one branch can't, and so the point I was going to make is, we have the legal remedy of this is our Constitution, and I am going to take this to the judicial branch of our government. We have the protection of our Bill of Rights in the Second Amendment, and it's upheld by the judicial branch, and that's where we have to go on a lot of those things.
How's that working, Katrina?
No, we're not.
Well, I don't know because I wasn't there.
Well, they had storage containers full of weapons that were confiscated that were not only, in some cases, were ruined because they had that climate.
Yes.
In other cases, they were destroyed, and the people never got their guns back.
And that's ridiculous, and that's unacceptable.
They come to your door, and
Yeah.
they're not, and you've got 7 federal agents in black outside your door. What am I supposed to do? Fend them off with
Well, let's say,
Would you stop the federal agents from coming in?
let me get to this point before we get too far ahead of ourselves, okay? Because, you know, we can look and say, my gosh, you know, I have to envision why are they here? You know, is it a mass national disaster of some sort? Or, you know, it's not just going to be that, at least I don't envision federal agents showing up here in Yavapai County only. I mean, they're going to be, if somebody's coming to get your guns, they're going to get mine. Okay? They're going to get mine too. And I think when those kind of actions take place, it's not just going to be your house or my house. We're going to see this on a national level where we have got to stand up and say, And that's why we have the Second Amendment. Mm-hmm. Now, will I show up at your house, if federal agents show up and say, I'm taking all your guns? Yeah, I want to know what the heck's going on. Because I got the same guns you may have. And I want to know what's going on. What's the legal basis for you to go to this guy's house and start taking his guns? Because I got the same thing. I want to know. You're dang right on. That's why I went up to Seligman to find out what the heck they were doing up there with a 6-wheeled tank and helicopters. You know, of course I'm going to go up there and look. And we got to take a stand.
Justin, you know, you talked about 30 or 40 minutes being too slow of response time.
Yeah.
And that's why we needed to kind of be ready to defend ourselves. The legal system, it's 3 or 4 years.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's a useless.
Well, look at the 1070 deal. You know, what that take a year in the forefront with Brewer and all. Yeah, it does, folks. You know, and see, for me to try to project people showing up here and doing things, you know, I'm trying to envision what's going on, and I look at it as there has to be some cause for them to come here and do that. If there's an executive order that says you're going to go collect all this, I'm going to say, no, I ain't. There's no way I'm going to do that. The Second Amendment. It doesn't. And I'll tell you what, we got to look at the judicial branch of the government at that time to make it a legal ruling that you're right, it doesn't have any more authority over the Second Amendment. We got to use that other branch of government because the current federal administration wants to take that executive power they have and build it stronger and stronger and stronger. Well, that's why there's separation of government, folks. So one piece of our government doesn't get stronger than the other. And I remember this as a kid. And I thought, wow, how brilliant that was. And that's why we have to look at those other branches of government to help us when we need it.
They're not teaching the Constitution anymore in the schools.
Well, and I agree. You don't hear it enough. And look at it. How big is that? 20 pages?
Yeah.
You know what a contract is for a medical health care in the jail? It's about 890 pages. Look at that Constitution there. That's amazing how that's all right there. And it's so relevant then as it is today. And they don't teach it enough. And we should demand that our schools do teach it. They're better than gold right now. I'm telling you. If you want to invest in something, invest in a machine gun. As a law-abiding citizen, you have that right. I would love to hear a politician get up there and say, we have got to do this, this, and this with mental health, and leave the guns alone. Right. Right. Yeah, drugs play a part of it. Prescription drugs, various things, but they're mostly known to the police, known to the community. You know what else is sad? Is the family was trying to get a mental health treatment. On almost every one of these. The family was trying to get them.